don't like the angle. I don't like this. So maybe need to rethink this. I like standing. You guys, my hip and back pain is so bad and my posture is so bad from sitting too much that I don't want to sit. I want to stand and talk. Hey, hello there. Welcome back to Lines Lattes. I am Meg, and I'm really pumped that you decided to come back and spend some time with me today. So a couple of things. I'm going to include some clips of my morning and the frustration that I have had in my effort to be perfect and realizing it's not going to be perfect, and also troubleshooting. I was having issues with lighting and where I wanted to film that is aesthetically pleasing, and I was just getting super frustrated and angry. Decided to come into my bedroom, which is where you are, welcome, and get cleaned up, kind of get out of my frustrated energy. And as I'm sitting here getting ready, I thought, oh my God, well, this is the perfect spot for now. So you are sitting on my makeup desk. And honestly, it doesn't get much more aesthetically pleasing than sleeping puppies. Am I right? Sweet little boy. Um, but as I was sitting doing my makeup, I'm like, oh my God, I have the perfect lighting. I have an actual desk to put my camera and my laptop with all of my notes on it. You know, I've got my latte here. A couple of things. Happy 4th of July. I am filming this on the 4th of July, and I launched Lines Lattes on Monday the 1st. Huge, scary step for me. I am super proud. And that being said, I wanted to say a million thank yous to all of you who have, I get goosebumps, liked, subscribed, shared my channel, and then also for those of you taking the time to leave me really sweet comments. I am so excited for, how this has started off. It's not a ton of growth, but there is growth, and that makes me very excited. So thank you for joining me here today. Okay, you're going to see me looking over to my laptop, you guys, because it is such a struggle for me right now to put my thoughts into words. I have to write it down and look at it, and I will get better, hopefully, with that. So if you see me looking over here, I have notes because I have lots of important things to say. Oh, you know, is a runny nose and allergies a symptom of menopause? And since I am starting at ground zero and only know what I know, which is my experience, today in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 healthy habits that I am relearning and which I believe are at the core of and will significantly improve my well-being. These habits are simple but powerful. So grab your coffee. Cheers. And let's get into it. Healthy habit number 1 that I am relearning: regular exercise. I mean, come on, we all know exercise is good for us, but it is worth repeating. Regular physical activity can boost mood, improve energy levels, and it even helps me sleep better. And listen, I don't believe in toxic positivity here. In my effort to be authentic and transparent, I am going to admit I do not like working out. I just don't. While I'm working out in my mind, I'm complaining the whole time. But I am totally willing to admit that those endorphins are real and they're magical. I work out to feel good and to keep my body from literally hurting on the daily. exercise is medicine. There are so many different types of exercise. It's so important to find something that you actually enjoy. So for me, I enjoy hiking. I enjoy spending time walking my dogs. And I've recently started to include wearing a weighted vest to kind of push my body a little bit further on those walks. Um, I don't enjoy the gym, but I do it. And another thing that I have been researching the past couple of days, so I have a gym here in my complex. It's pretty small. I am actually looking at getting a pass to an actual gym that I have to go to, specifically because I'm looking for classes. I really want and need to join some yoga classes. Um, I previously stated that as I've rewatched these videos and seeing myself from afar and just watching how I move, sitting like this has been detrimental to my body in so many ways. My hip and joint, my hip and back pain. I fully realize I can't blame everything on menopause. Menopause does not help. It definitely exacerbates things. But sitting is definitely at the root cause for all the pain that my body is in. And I know that yoga is going to help. And my posture, you guys, my posture is awful. And it's definitely affecting even like my gait, the way that I walk. I can feel it and see it. So I really want to join some yoga classes. Um, I like to roller skate. Fun fact, I used to play roller derby. So it's really for me just making exercise a part of my daily routine again, setting realistic goals, finding those activities that I enjoy so it doesn't feel like a chore. I mean, they all feel like a chore to me, but and keeping in mind that even small amounts of movement throughout the day add up. So let's say one of your goals is to walk for an hour every day. To make that a little bit less overwhelming, split that up into 3 20-minute walks throughout the day. All right, habit number 2, a balanced, healthy diet. And now, while I feel like I have always pretty much eaten clean, whatever that means, I definitely have let some things go. And being in menopause, you actually do have to adjust your diet and nutrition. Um, I mentioned previously that intermittent fasting, which is extremely hard for me to say, you guys, I have to say it slowly, is a challenge for me. It's almost noon. Is it noon? Yeah, it's noon. I've only had coffee and I'm feeling it. Like my focus is not there. I am really hungry. So I'm really just trying to eat more intuitively when I'm hungry. Making sure I'm getting all the protein I need, um, the fiber that I need, all the macronutrients that I need, making sure that anything that I feel that I'm deficient in, that's where I am going to supplement. But I'm going to try and get all of my vitamins and nutrients from food. I actually love cooking. Love, love, love cooking. So I am definitely a meal prepper. I don't love the grocery shopping, but it's what we have to do. But I digress. In the evening, that is how one of my self-care things, which we're going to get to later, is cooking, playing some amazing music, dancing around the kitchen, and making myself a lovely, healthy meal. I love to do that. So definitely, the other thing is I'm going to actually include this in a video coming up, really, really starting to track what I consume because I know I'm not being mindful. And in my head, while I think that I'm just getting a certain amount of, protein or calories, I know I'm way off, way, way, way off. So I'm going to go through a day where, we track that and we see just how bad it actually is. Healthy habit number 3. This one is actually a big priority for me, and that is my sleep. I am part of whatever club you want to call it, the Golden Girls Club, the 5 a.m. Club, whatever it is. I respect my bedtime, and I also respect my wake up time. Like I said previously, to get outside and can you hear my stomach growling? Oh, y'all, my stomach is growling. It is time to break that fast. But I got to get through this first. So if you hear my stomach, mind your business. So, like I said previously, if I want to get outside and exercise, I have got to get up early before it gets to be over 100 degrees outside. So, when that alarm goes off, I'm up. On the flip side, I make sure that I am doing my skincare and I am crawling into bed and prepared to get some sleep by 9:30. You heard that right. 9:30. You guys, some of my friends actually start texting me at 7 p.m. asking me if I'm still awake. Mm-hmm. They're so funny, but it's accurate. I'm not one of those people who is like, no screens. I have a TV in my bedroom. I actually sometimes really like to fall asleep to the TV. Some things on there are very, very calming and comforting for me. Like, you guys, the Jamie Oliver channel. I have a little bit of a crush on Jamie Oliver, but I actually find him to be very comforting and soothing, and sometimes it helps me fall asleep. The other thing that sometimes helps me fall asleep, certain sounds. I know some people really love the sound of like water, fountains, rivers, streams, waves. Crazy thing. Water freaks me out. The sound of water freaks me out, and so does wind. I don't know what it is, but it makes me crawl out of my skin. Haven't been able to figure that out. But some sounds that are very, very soothing to me, and it's very interesting the science behind that. I am rambling. I tend to ramble, you guys, but I wanted to tell you this is really cool. The science behind some of these sounds. So I really, really am comforted by the sound of crickets. So that being said, if the weather is cool enough, I will sleep with the windows open because I live in the hills. Crickets everywhere. And bird song, same thing. Bird song, I wake up to birds in the morning. It's so comforting and wonderful to me. And the science behind that is crickets and birds will not sing or chirp if there are predators around. So they are in like a very calm energy and we feed off of that. And I totally butchered the words there, but that hopefully you get that get that. That's why it's so calming to me. So those are some things that if I'm not able to sleep, I will tell to play those sounds for me. And that works really well. Um, I sleep with my dogs. I find them to be very, very comforting. Um, Feeling little Cashmere laying up against me or even on me is very comforting for me. That's just like a mother's love. Um, I wake up to music, not an alarm. And I am very blessed to be able to be awake just like that. And I think it's the dogs too. That habit has been going on for years. So now my internal clock is very, very strong. I can't sleep in even if I want to, which kind of sucks sometimes. Like today on a holiday when it would be really, really nice to sleep in. Nope, I'm awake. Uh, I should not see that as a bad thing. I should see that as a superpower, right? Yes, absolutely. This is saying your sleeping environment is important, and I absolutely agree with that. You can see my environment here. I do enjoy a cooler room. I don't like it freezing cold, but cooler, like around 70 degrees. So the window will be open. I will pay for the air conditioning to be on. Um, Comfortable pillows, a comfortable mattress, just a comfortable environment. And so for me, that's also a very tidy environment. And the fun thing about a lot of these habits, you guys, is they all tend to overlap. And they also they layer on top of each other in improving your well-being. So sleep is a priority for me. Oh, another thing. I do have a TV, but you guys, my phone is on the charger and muted and in the drawer by 9:30. And people who know me are just going to have to be okay with the fact that if they text me after 9:30, I'm going to text them at 6 a.m. with a response. That's just how it is. Habit number 4. I could spend a lot of time on this, and that is self-care. But you can kind of see how a lot of these habits overlap. In my profession of being a coach, and this is recent, this is a recent thing that has happened. I swing on a pendulum of caring way too much and not caring enough. The challenge is staying right there in the middle. And recently I have swung over to this side of caring way too much about other people and their goals and their challenges and not enough about my own. I had let my self-care go. And I need to remember that self-care is like putting your oxygen mask on first before putting on other people's oxygen mask. I really, really struggle with that balance. So I had let that go. Self-care for me is like a road trip. Definitely, definitely checking out from work, social media, checking out from social media, and really just being absolutely present. Even if I go on road trips by myself, you guys, but being present in whatever city I am. Um, I only take my phone out to take a few photos. I talk to people. I love to walk around a city. Get to that. That's how I get to see a city. I walk around. I recently just got back from Denver and I loved it so much. I walked around, went to museums, found rooftop bars, talked to people. That is what I enjoy doing. Self-care for me is a tidy home environment. Absolutely. I am not obsessive about it. I want for myself and for people who come into my home to feel comfortable, welcome. And so that is very, very important to me. We can definitely get into that later as well. Self-care for me looks like cooking. Again, I love cooking. Um, Music. The fact that I'm on YouTube and I can't have music playing in the background because, it's a no-no. It's weird for me. Like I always have music playing. Self-care for me is having a creative outlet. Hello, YouTube. I also like to do art. Um, Self-care also is spending time with friends, and I need to get better at that. Is exercise. It is nutrition. It is sleep. You see? You see the theme going on here? Self-care looks different for everybody. And, leave me a comment below on some of the things that are included in your self-care routine. Maybe these are some things that I can bring into my own self-care routine, things that I'm not even thinking about. Self-care can also include, you guys, spiritual and, maybe you have a faith that you feel very strongly about, and that is part of your self-care and improves your well-being. I'm excited to learn more about those topics. I don't feel that I'm a very spiritual, and I'm definitely not a religious person at all. But I am very open-minded and I like to learn about other people. And I think Faith in whatever it is a very powerful and wonderful thing. Right now, I have faith in myself. Was that weird? Was that weird? Oh my gosh. All right, this one. Okay, so habit number 5. I previously spoke about this. This is a big one that I need to really, really work on, and that is social interaction. I told you in my intro video, and if you haven't watched that intro video, I strongly recommend you do so to go and find out a little bit of my background and why I'm having to relearn all of these habits. A lot of us, myself included, one of our love languages is, being a good listener. And how can I help you? And if our friends don't know that we need help, how can they help? If I don't know you need help, how can I help? It's a full circle here, you guys. Spending quality time with the people that you love. I have a pretty small circle of incredible friends here. My sister, who is my person, she is my ride or die, my confidant. She is the person who challenges me, calls me out on my bullshit. She lives in New York, and we don't get to spend as much physical time together as I would like, but we do FaceTime a lot. We text all day. We call each other. And I very, very much look forward to those times that we get to spend together. Oh, that's one thing, you guys. Recently, I have found that in my community, they have an adult kickball league. And when I found that, I was so excited, but it's full for this year, full for this year. But anyway, maybe next year I can get involved in that. So, in conclusion, let's recap those 5 habits that I am working on relearning. Making exercise a part of my daily routine. Being very mindful of my nutrition, nutrients, macronutrients, and really taking a good look at that. Sleep, making that a priority and how I can improve on that. What were the other ones, you guys? Oh my gosh. See? Oh God, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Self-care. Oh my gosh. I really, really need to put myself first. And then social. I need to get out and be social. That's a tough one for me. That actually makes me cringe. What happened? What snapped within me? I used to be so extroverted, going out all the time. I really need to take a good long look at what happened. And also, just get out. Just do it. That's what I coach people on every single day, ripping the Band-Aid off and just doing. So I encourage you also to start incorporating these healthy habits into your routine. They do seem simple, but they make a huge difference in our well-being. And I have personally experienced the benefits in my past. And I know that if I incorporate these back into my life, it's going to change my life. And thank you again for I just spit all over the place. So, hey, you guys, leave me a comment below and tell me which of these habits you're excited to start practicing, or maybe you already practice. And again, thank you so much for joining me here, spending time with me. And if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and maybe share it with someone in your life who you think it might help. Also, I would love it if you would follow me on social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. And so I will leave that information below. Again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful 4th of July, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Bye-bye. You know what? Bye! Why am I so awkward and weird? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Oh, cheers. I need to go eat. I'm hungry. Also, look at Sammy Davis Jr. Is he just about the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? Yes. Yes, he is. Okay, I'm going to sign off. This is it. Really. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye. Mwah. I mean, it just doesn't get much more aesthetically pleasing than sleeping puppies. Am I right?